Good morning, good afternoon from wherever in the world you are watching this live stream from. Welcome to the Legacy Builder series on Babes Redefined. My name is Trisha Inalu, a Governing Council member of Babes Redefined, and I am thrilled to be your host tonight. For those who may be new, Babes Redefined is a community that empowers women to thrive, to fulfill their God-given potential in every area of life, economically, socially, spiritually, name it, in every facet of life. It's the mission of Babes Redefined to empower women and the girl child to thrive spiritually, socially, economically, in their God-given potential, in their God-given assignment, globally. Now, today, we continue on our series, the Legacy Builder series. Now, this is the 15th year anniversary of Babes Redefined, and thankfully, we've had celebrations commemorating this occasion in US, in US, in Canada, and in the UK. Now, that of Nigeria is kickstarting in full gear, and today it is my pleasure to share or to introduce someone, an advisory board member of Babes Redefined. Before we continue, Babes, campus coordinators, assistant campus coordinators, guests and friends, you are welcome. For leaders of different campuses, it's important that your members, your leaders are live on this call, so please do well to share the link with your members. Let us make this a merry party, and I'm sure that we all will be blessed afresh, will be inspired afresh, in this particular live stream. So without further ado, I shall take the citation of our guests today. Yes. Our guest is none other than Babes Oluwolosola Adewunmi. She's a Christian, wife to Mr. Adekunle Adewunmi. She's a mom to Mojola Oluwa and Modade Oluwa. She's an academic technologist by profession in the University of Ilesha, Osun State. She has served in various capacities in Babes Redefined. She was a one-time pardon the glitch there. So Babes Oluwolosola Adewunmi, she was a one-time AZC, as we're formerly called, of Osun Zone in 2016, and later became zonal coordinator in 2018. She later became the GC covering Ondo, Osun, and Ekiti campuses from 2020 to 2023, while also serving as a central welfare coordinator for Babes Redefined. In 2023, she became an advisory board member and currently assists or work with Babes Dolapo Conte in the workforce department. It is my pleasure to introduce and welcome Babes Oluwolosola Adewunmi to the set or to the stage tonight. Welcome, Babes. Drum rolls for you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Babes Oluwolosola. Thank you. It would appear that there's a bit of glitch on our end. So please hang on and she will be with us in a minute. Yay! Good to see you, baby. Hola.
Hello, good evening, Miss Trish.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much.
What an honor and privilege to get to ask you the questions we'll be sharing on this evening. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. So starting from the genesis, how did you identify with Babes Redefined? Tell us, what was your story, your journey like? How did you, what was it like for you? Thank you.
Okay, thank you once again, Babe Trish. My pleasure to be here. So I joined Babes Redefined in the year 2011. I was actually headed by one of my husband's aunts. She's a senior babes too. So as at that time, I was still a student. I was in my final year. So I had some issues with some courses and I couldn't go for my youth service with my mates. So I had to stay back in school that year. And for somebody that felt at that time like her mates had gone ahead of her, so I had so much time on my hand. And well, when she added me, it was a bit of a surprise because she didn't tell me before that she was going to add me. So that morning, I just woke up and I saw a notification on my Facebook, and I saw that Obashalape Adebara added you to Babes Redefined. I was curious at first and I felt, okay, what kind of group is this? So I just clicked on the notification and it took me right to the group, and that was it. So in the early days of being a babes, or in the early days of joining, we had so much activity, so much fun activities on the group. Initially, we were not as much as we are now. Thank God for growth. So we had a lot of activities on the group that time, and it was quite interesting. Social media and technology hasn't advanced as much as it is now. So we used to come to Babes Redefined a lot of times to share a lot of things, personal things, things that ordinarily you want to share within your circle, like for with your family members. Because I remember seeing one of my very old posts. I think it was in 2012. My younger sister had traveled to the ITF office in Ibadan to sign our ITF logbook. So I couldn't reach her, and all of us were worried. And sometimes last year I just saw the post again. I saw the Facebook memory and I saw the post. So on that post, I just wrote there that, please, babes, join me in praying for my younger sister. She went to Ibadan to do this and all of that. So when I read that post, I was like, ordinarily, I mean, the person that I am now, I wouldn't have imagined that I could have written something like that way back. But that was just how it was then. Baby Fine is just like a family. We were closely knit then. So that's it for me.
Amazing, amazing. Hearing you talk, I had a brief throwback personal, thinking about when a certain babe also added me to the group. But that's beautiful. We all have a story. We all started from somewhere. Interesting. All right, moving on. What role did you play in shaping the early days of Babe Redefined? And how would you say
Um,
your contributions have impacted the organization's growth? You've moved from AZC, you know, through through the ranks now to an advisory board member. What has it been like for you? How would you say your contributions have impacted the growth of Babes Redefined?
okay, thank you for that question. So in the early years of Baby Fine, I used to be very, very active on the Facebook group. I used to be very, very active. So I can remember we had a program in the early, I think it's around 2012 now. We had BR Praise. We had that prayer meeting. And so they had in Lagos, they had in different parts of the country. So at that time, we weren't even divided into zones as at that time. So we had different babes come around and gather in a particular location to pray. So I had to organize for Elisha babes as at that time. So all of the people around me, some of those that I added and other people that joined, and we put out a notice to that effect, and we used my parents' church for that program. So I still see some of those pictures on Babes Redefined, and a lot of those babes are still members of Babes Redefined up till date. So another thing I'd like to say is that when Babes Redefined was about to break into zones, it was still zones as at that time. So by then I had finished my youth service, and I was working in Ogun State as at that time. So I remember that Pimo reached out to me. She sent me a message, and she thought I was still in Osun State as at then. So I told her that I was in Ogun State at that moment, and she was telling me about how she wants a zone to start in Osun State. So, and we got talking, and I gave her a recommendation. I gave her a suggestion about a babes that I know that is actually up to the task, that is currently in Osun State as at then. And to the glory of God, that babes became the pioneer ZC of Osun campus. Babes Remy Ogidon, she's married now, so she's now Babes Remy Amo. So I think about 2 years back, I got married, and I had to come back to Osun State. I relocated to Osun State. We were in Oshogbo at that time. So, and as at then, there was a very significant growth in the campuses, in a lot of the campuses that had just been created. So there was a need to divide some roles and responsibilities. So can you hear me?
Yes, you were saying there was a something.
Okay, so I said there was a need to divide some roles and responsibilities. So the ZT at that time had a lot of things to do. So I think the suggestion came from the leadership to start having AZCs, assistant zonal coordinators. That's what we call them by then. So we started, and so when we put it on the group, in Osun campus then, and we put it on the group for people to nominate or to suggest people that fit into that role. And automatically, I found a lot of people suggesting and putting my name to say, Babes Oluwolosola, you are definitely going to be AZC1, and another babes Tomi Ajay. She's still on the group too. She was the AZC2. And so that was how I got into Babes Redefined leadership. So I was the AZC. After we finished that tenure with Babes Remy, as at that time, they had to revise the number of years that each leader spent in their roles, so that it doesn't look like we just want to saddle them with a lifetime responsibility. So they had a chance to, each leader had a chance to hand over, each AZC and ZC had a chance to hand over after 2 years. So after the second year, after Babes Remy finished our role, and we sort of have like a kind of nomination or election on the group. And so I found myself becoming the ZC again. So
Amazing,
I
amazing.
served in that capacity again for another 2 years.
Awesome, awesome. Well done, babes Oluwaloshola. Hello, everyone on the call watching live. We have the honor of hosting Babes Oluwaloshola Adewunmi. She is a current advisory board member of Babes Redefined, and she's walking us through our times or our growth, in the organization, and sharing insights, a peculiar insight and perspective. You're very much welcome if you're just joining the call. All right, babes. How do you think Babes Redefines vision and mission have evolved over the years?
Oh, okay. Personally, I think that we as members, we are the one that has evolved more. the vision and mission is still what the intention, the intention that PMO had from the start is still what it is, but we have expanded, and we have we there has been so much growth around the programs and a lot of things that we do now. A lot of our programs has also become broader than what it used to be. In those years, we don't have yearly calendar. We just have random programs on some days or some months. But now we are more organized. So, and for a lot of individuals, for somebody like me, I was still in school. I was not married when I joined Babes Redefined, and here I am today, to the glory of God, married with children and a lot of things. So whatever people think has happened, or whatever change people think has occurred to how BR used to be in time past, is for the better. Change is the most constant thing, and I see that the times and seasons has also changed. So there are lots of advancements. Technology then was not what we have now. So all of those things are also factors that will affect that group that was created 15 years ago and what we have today. But it is not to say that we are deviating from what we have been known for in the early years.
Impressive. Thank you so much. Now, for someone who has grown through the ranks as an AZC to ZC to GC to AB, I'm sure you've seen it all. You've literally seen it all. Can you please share with us some peculiar challenges that you encountered and how you were able to overcome them? This will be particularly useful for leaders, other category of leaders watching this show.
Thank you so much. First off, I think I would like to say that any position, any leadership position in quotes that any of us has been called to is actually more of service. At the point that you accept to be a leader, you should stop seeing yourself on the high horse, like, okay, I think I've arrived. Now I have a title to my name in Babes Redefined, or I have a position that I hold. So I think for a lot of leaders, we need to learn how to be more of a servant. Service is very, very key, especially service in the things of God. Because I used to tell a lot of leaders, especially when I get a chance to interview incoming leaders during their onboarding process, that all of the things that Jesus commands us to do as Christians, we do it in BR. All of us may not get the chance to be pastors or get on pulpits or preach or do whatever, but we have a chance to evangelize in BR. We have a chance to love our neighbor as ourselves. We have a chance to reach out to the needy. We have a chance to help the poor. So, BR is all encompassing. So, when we are in a position of leadership, or when we are called to serve, when we are called to lead, pardon me, we should we should present ourselves as servants to the people that we are in quotes leading. There are lots of challenges that used to come with leading women group. But in all of this, of course, I have experienced a couple of issues here and there with women, and even some of the things that you feel, quote and unquote, like it shouldn't have caused any problem. You see somebody saying that, oh, let's say for instance, I could remember one event that happened in Oshun campus when I was still GC. No, when I was still ZC. It was around Christmas period and there was giveaway. Of course, we know that is one of the times that a lot of babes come out to want to enjoy from the group. So there was this giveaway and we had rules and regulations governing the giveaway at that point. So at some point, I didn't know that some people had come to. So what we did then was you just post whatever you want to give, and anybody that needs it will come out to claim. So I didn't notice that a particular person had claimed a gift, different gifts, at about 2 or 3 occasions. So when the person came out to with the intention of coming to claim another thing, and I just approved and said, good, you have it. So somebody that's been watching from afar just said, how will you give this to somebody? This person is claiming another gift for the third time. Why some people have not claimed anything? And believe me sincerely, there was no rules and regulations saying that those people that haven't come out to claim anything cannot come out to claim. But they just decided to be watching and see how it will turn out to be. And so at that point, I felt like, oh, okay, I didn't even notice. So at that point, we had to set rules and regulation governing the giveaway to say that, okay, if you had claimed something twice, you have to. So what I'm actually trying to say is that there are so many things as a leader that you need to always keep in check. If you think like you are not somebody that can tolerate a lot of things, you're going to probably have issues with some of the babes, not even your direct leaders now, some of the babes in your campus, because it might be your way of addressing them, it might be your way of responding to questions or you responding to them or anything. So I think having a good relationship and having a willing spirit to serve has actually helped me this far, because I know that at every point they have been called to serve or have been called to occupy a position in Bay to Redefine. I've always seen it as more of giving what I have to better Bay to Redefine.
Thank you, babes. That's inspiring to know. Being able to manage conflicts, especially in the campuses. It's a biggie for some persons, and that's why when they think that, oh, it's a women only organization. I remember babes Uche saying during the interview that she once had the notion that she could not work with ladies and all of that, but coming over to Babes Redefined, or at least starting off as a member and then as a leader, she began to see differently. So thank you very much for sharing that insight. Now, how do you think Babes Redefined has made positive impacts, on members and the wider community? Are there any stories or examples that stand out to you? I believe that the campuses you led at different times must have carried out one outreach or the other, but which of these examples stand out for you in particular?
Okay, thank you so much. I believe that Babes Redefined has affected a lot of lives, a lot of lives. And in fact, lots more that PMO herself cannot remember. And that is one of the good things about doing good. There are so many goods that you would have done, so many good deeds that you would have done, that you may not even remember that you have done them. And so when the reports or when the rewards come back to you, you'll be like, oh, I didn't even remember I did this. And the same thing goes for doing bad too. So for Oshun campus particularly, because that's my home campus, so that's where I started from. And yeah, so we have had a lot of outreaches, a whole lot of outreaches. We've had chances of going to about two orphanages. We've gone to schools to speak to girls and sometimes boys too. We've had school outreaches about
It appears Babes Shola has network glitch. She would be back with us in network. It would appear we have a bit of network glitch. We expect Babes Shola to be back in no time. However, for as many of you that are in the comment section, please let us know where you are joining from. Let us know your campus, which campus is being represented. I expect more persons from Oshun, to be on this call. So campuses, let's know the name of your campus. Please write that in the comment section. Let's know the campuses that are represented. Babes Shola should join the stream any moment again. But for persons on the call, let's also know. Yeah, Mama, I'm coming. I'm in my bag first. Okay, Babe Shola appeared to have come up a moment ago, but she's now not visible. Meanwhile, for persons in the comments who are watching, please let us know where you are joining in from. Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, wherever it is you are joining us from. Also, let us know the name of your campus in the comment section. We would like to give you a shout out. I want to be sure that babes in the campuses in Oshun are well represented. Yes, Senior Babes Ayo Edema. Thank you, Ma. You're watching from Ondo campus. Shout out to Ondo campus. Which other campuses are represented here? Surulere campus, Yaba campus. Where are you at? Let's know. Let's know. Let's know. Let's know. Let's know. All right. So if you're perchance you are new on the call watching this particular live stream, Babes Redefined is a community of women with a mandate to raise a total woman. So we want to talk about everything that has to do with the wholesomeness of womanhood, from the spiritual perspective, emotional, entrepreneurial, economical, these and more are what Babes Redefined stand for. And Babes Redefined has the mission of creating spiritual, social, and entrepreneurial solutions that help women and the girl child to thrive in their God-given assignment. If watching and you're wondering, how can I identify with this set of persons, how can I identify with Babes Redefined, please drop a chat, drop in signify in the comment section, and I'm sure that someone will contact you. We are practically present in every region of the world. Lagos, Lagos is just a subset. We have Momiedema in Ondo. Every state in the country, in Nigeria, Babes Redefined is represented. We're also live in UK, in Canada, in the US, practically every country. It would be nice for you to indicate, and someone will definitely reach out to you. By the way, we've had our 15th anniversary celebrations in UK, in US, and in Canada. Now Nigeria's edition of the celebration is coming up in the month of November, and the essence of this particular show is to help us um, extract stories. Let's learn from our founding members, our founding leaders who have paid the sacrifice in building the organization, in developing, helping the vision and mission of the organization to come to light. And that's what has informed this particular series, the Legacy Builder series. We believe that God has brought us from 15 years ago to where we are, and where he's taking us is even greater, and would far outweigh all of the successes with all of the successes that has been recorded. We've had things like outreaches, to motherless babies, to home for the elderly, to providing relief for persons who need such aid, and lots more. And you want to know that BR is the place to be. It appears there's still some glitch from Babe Shola's end. Mommy Edema, thank you for joining the stream. I saw that you were actively engaging yesterday on the call with Mr. Femi Jacobs, and here you are again today. Thank you so much. God bless you. Real good. I'm still curious and waiting to hear from other campuses. Which other campus is represented on this call? Let us know. Someone will say, these are the nuances of the third world, having network glitches again and again. So this is not this particular series, the Legacy Builder series, has been on for over about 2 weeks now. 2 weeks now, and it continues. It's been a daily, more or less a daily show. We have another set out for tomorrow, Wednesday, another on Thursday and Friday, up until the weekend. So, yay! Congratulations to us. Congratulations to BR at 15. Yes, indeed. It's a big congratulations. It's a huge thing worthy of celebration. Babes in Ondo, Ogun, Oshun. I hope we are all getting set for the anniversary in Lagos, happening in Lagos. Port Harcourt is also getting set. Abuja is also getting set. I can see that Babe Shola is seriously trying to get back. Somebody say, network be still. Network be still. Ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé o. ẹ máa ṣe. Ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé o, ẹ máa ṣe. Ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé o, ẹ máa ṣe. Ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé, ẹ ṣé o, ẹ máa ṣe. Awesome, 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 awesome. Wow. If you're watching and still with me, it would be nice to know that I am not on the show alone, even though we have Babe Shola battling the network glitch. Oh, hallelujah.
Oh, hallelujah.
Babe Shola, welcome back.
Yes, I can see you. I can see you. I can hear you now.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Thank you so much.
All right, let's so tell me, what has it been like working with Pimo?
Pimo is an amazing person. She's very, very amazing. And I have learned a lot from her as a leader. She's a kind of leader that she trusts her leaders so much. She's a president that trusts her leaders so much. And she's not afraid to entrust a lot of things into our hands because she believes that we are going to do it exactly as she wants. And she's somebody that she's so humble. I can remember my first experience like directly working with her as an advisory board member. Of course, I've met her a couple of times and we've had interactions, but closely with her as an advisory board member. I think it was one of our statutory leadership meetings that we have every fourth Saturday of the month. So I was trying to draw up a program together with Babes Dolapo. And so after drawing up the program, I now went to our own group, our advisory board group, and I tagged everybody so that each person will see when they come in and what they do. And so I tagged Pimo, I tagged that number and she came on to respond. She came on to respond and she said, oh, she has seen it and she's going to act accordingly. In my head, I'm like, so when I wanted to put her on that slot, initially I was just like, maybe I'll just write Pimo that I'm sure she'll read it. But because I needed to reach the people that I wanted to pass the message across to faster, so I had to tag them. And she coming to respond to me to say, oh, okay, I've seen it. And I felt like, this woman is so humble. And there are times that when we have meetings, when we have prayer meetings, or when we have some meetings, emergency meetings or whatever on the advisory board group, and she's not able to attend, she comes up to say, I'm sorry, I didn't make it there, or I'm sorry, something is keeping me back. And from that, I have also learned to become a better leader, because I know that no matter how highly placed I am, I also still need to acknowledge the fact that it is God that has placed me over those people. So with Pimo, always taking responsibilities and not at any point afraid to say that, and not afraid at any time to say that she's sorry or for not meeting up a schedule or something. No, I really give that to her. I give her kudos for that. She's amazing. She's an amazing leader.
Awesome. Awesome to know. What you said is not far-fetched from what Mr. Femi Jacobs shared with us yesterday, talking about PMO's humility and compassion for people, being passionate and generally being selfless. So that was indeed spot on. Now, in the next 2-3 minutes, share with us how has leadership, being in leadership, affected your personal life?
Like I
How
said
has it
before,
influenced you as a person?
being a leader in Babes Redefined has made me to become a better person because I'm usually a go-getter. And with leadership roles in Babes Redefined, for every leadership position that I have held in Babes Redefined, because I know that I am accountable to somebody. As a CC, you're accountable to your GC. As a GC, you're accountable to some other people, the advisory board members, and so it has kind of helped me to become better. And even now, as an advisory board member, I know that I'm still accountable to somebody. And besides PMO, I know that I'm accountable to God. So whatever position or whatever job or responsibility that has been committed into my hand, I always like to do it as much as it lies in my power to do it well, so that whoever has given me that job or responsibility, we know that, oh, okay, even if I do not perform up to what that person's expectation is, the person will definitely know that, oh, okay, humanly speaking, she did her best. So, and being a leader in Babes Redefined has taught me to be multifunctional. Like, I can be in many places at so many times. I just need to organize myself, organize my time, and probably write a to-do list so that I'll be able to meet the targets and to be able to achieve what I need to do maximally.
Amazing, amazing to note. Hearing you talk about accountability reminded me that leadership itself, demands and requires being accountable. Yet, not many persons like to be accountable. That's very spot on. All right. What advice would you give to new leaders or members who are looking to also contribute to make meaningful contribution to Be Redefined? Any advice for new leaders or members?
Oh, for members, I would just like to say that a lot of members now at this level that we have are taking a backstage. And well, that is part of the challenges, or that is part of where we are presently, because everybody has their lives to live, roles and responsibilities and things that they have to achieve. So I think I'll just advise a lot of babes in our campuses. I'll start with the babes in our campuses and generally on Babes Redefined, that let your impact be felt. Let your impact be felt. It is true that we all do not have the same character. All of us cannot be at the forefront all the time. But wherever you are, whether in the middle seats or the backstage or wherever, let your impact be felt. Let people know that, okay, we have so person in our campus, we have so person as our member. And this also goes to the leaders too. Whatever position you had today and whatever capacity you are serving, let it be known or let it be felt. Let your impact be felt. Don't just be there because you feel like, oh, okay, maybe if I don't take up this position, they may not see another person. There's always somebody else that God can bring up for different roles. And whoever God calls for any position, he makes sure that they are empowered. So all of the leaders, all the new leaders that are coming in, please let your presence be felt. Let your impact be felt. Let your time, in quotes, as a leader be felt in Babes Redefined.
Thank you very much. That's really spot on. I would always tell those my leaders as well that there's always something you can give. There's always a treasure in you. Do not be the one that is silent, because there is virtue and there is a treasure in every human person. Thank you so much. So moving on, how do you think Babes Redefined can continue to grow and thrive in the years to come? And then what role do you see the organization as well playing in the lives of members in the years to come? In like 2 minutes, please.
Okay, so I think that in I wanted to say so many years from now, but I'm going to just say that in few years from now, because I mentioned that when I joined Babes Redefined, I was still a student. Now I have a 9-year-old daughter. So initially I was going to say in some years to come, but then I realized that in like about another 9 years, my daughter will be qualified to become a babes. And that has to do with passing down the legacy, because a lot of our children, our girl children, they see all of these things that we do. Most of the gatherings that we have done, most of the outreaches that we have done, especially the medical outreaches, we've I've always gone there with my children. So we go there with our children, they see what we are doing in a way, without even telling them that they need to. When you grow up, you need to become a member of Babes Redefined. I think it is something that some of our children look forward to say, I can't wait to be a Babes Redefined member. I can't wait to be 18 so that I can join Babes Redefined. So I know that this legacy is definitely going to be passed down to a lot of our children. And I trust that God is going to empower them much more better, greater things than what we, their mothers, than what we have done or than what we are doing right now. And for Babes Redefined also, I like that I mentioned that we have evolved. When we started, there was nothing like Project Esther and all of these things that we are doing. And it's also good to know that some of these things are not even directly for members. Not that we don't have members benefiting, but it is to the larger world. It is to the larger community. It doesn't matter all of the people that gone through Project Esther court. It wasn't because they knew a babes, or it was because they had somebody in Babes Redefined or something. They were just randomly picked. And I know that for all of those people that we have empowered in time past, they'll have something to say about Babes Redefined too. Going through the training and all of the empowerment, they're definitely going to be grateful that Babes Redefined did something like that for them. So I see Babes Redefined in another few years reaching a larger community than where we are today.
Amazing, amazing. Hearing you talk about your daughter being able to join Babes Redefined just reminded me at the beginning of this particular stream. While I was trying to get started, my daughter came close by. I was having to repeat the same things I was saying, and I'm like, "Hey, is this a mini babes?" Thank you very
Exactly.
much.
I
All
remember
right.
that we
So
used to
looking
call
back
them
in
babies.
time, say that again.
I remember that when they were so small, those little children, we used to call them babies. Our children
Yes,
that are still
that's
very
true.
young, we call them babes, and the boys, we call
That's
them
true.
for
God
beds,
bless.
stuff like that.
Very true, very true. All right, babe. So looking back on your time now in BR, what would you say you are most proud of? And what legacy would you love that leaders can leave behind?
Well, I can say that I'm proud of a couple of things, but um, talking that list, what I would say I'm most proud of is building beautiful, solid, connected relationships. I have I have a lot of those in my corner that I can I can say that they have helped me, or we have helped ourselves in time past. And by saying this, I don't mean that just in my campus alone, even babes that I have not seen before. I remember sometimes after COVID, and one of our babes in Oshun campus had to travel to Canada. It was around the time that they were still locked down. I think it was early 2021. So there was still lockdown. She didn't know where to, apart from landing at the airport, she didn't have much information about how to navigate where she was going. So I just reached out to the CC in Canada at that time. I think Babe Scholastica. I just sent her a message and I just introduced myself. And I just said, I'm Babes Oluwolosola, blah, blah, blah. So after exchanging greetings, I just told her I have a babes coming from Oshun campus to Canada on so day. And, from there, she just took her up, connected her with somebody in her province. They visited her in a hotel. They couldn't see, it was still the time that she had to stay in the room for some time. She was still under quarantine. So they'll leave foodstuffs, fruits, cards, and everything she needed all of those things that she needs to make her comfortable. In the first few weeks, they will put it in front of her doors. So, it's amazing and it's beautiful to know that because of a name, because of a body, Babes Redefined, I have created connections with people I haven't even seen before. So I've been able to establish a lot of meaningful, godly relationships with babes from all over the world, just because I am a member of Babes Redefined. And for that, I'm grateful to PMO. I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to God for using PMO. And I'm thankful that my husband's cousin added me to Babes Redefined.
Thank you so much. That's really, really inspiring. Thank you so much, babe. Oluwaloshola. Amazing. I'm sure that leaders on the call, have been able to catch one or two things that would even beyond the insights and experiences, that you've shared, will be able to glean one or two things that will help them in their own leadership journey. Thank you so much. We are grateful for your dedication, and we know that it's your contributions from being AZC to till date, are what has helped to create impact, the impact that we're talking about that BR is now known for. Thank you so much. And on this juncture, we'll be calling it a day or a night. Thank you so much again, babes. Oluwaloshola. We would allow you take your leave respectfully. Thank you so much. All right, to my viewers in the comment section, let's hear your thoughts. Let's hear your opinion. How has it been like for you in the past 15 years? When did you join? When did you identify with BR? And what particular insight have you also learned, from this particular show? We would love to know. So please put that in the comment section. We really want to know. The Legacy Builder series continues again tomorrow, up all through till the weekend, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. So do well to spread the word, share the link in your campuses. Let someone who ought to be on the call be part of this presentation. It will do you good. It will do, especially as a leader. On this particular note, I want to say, stay blessed and stay empowered till we come your way again on the next episode. God bless you big.
Don't answer.